Welcome to episode 1469 of the Multifamily Collective. Today I wanted to talk about the Andon cord. And for those of you who don't know what the Andon cord is, just a sort of a quick educational piece. So, Japanese automaker Toyota invented this idea, and it relates to the manufacturing process of a car, right? A Toyota vehicle. And if you can imagine an assembly line where a car is moving down, let's call it a conveyor belt for lack of knowing exactly what the technical term for it is, but it's moving down the manufacturing process. There are people, I know there are robots today, but let's say there are people standing along the sides of the process, and they are each tasked with putting a part or a piece or doing something to the vehicle to make sure the vehicle continues to the end of the assembly line so that it is fully constructed in a with a level of quality that is good for the consumer. And along that process, obviously, there are things that can go wrong, whether it be the part or the piece is missing or doesn't fit, or say a robot doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to do, just anything that gets off about that process. And or if there is anything that can be improved about the process through additive exercises or through taking pieces away from the process, anyone on that assembly line, it doesn't matter rank, doesn't matter pay, doesn't matter anything. The person, anybody can walk over to this Andon cord, which is a cord that literally hangs from the ceiling that when pulled stops the entire assembly line until said thing can be addressed. And so what I'd like to communicate today here in the Multifamily Collective is in our multifamily businesses. I just got off of a call where it was communicated to me that, hey, there are 5 levels of escalation for a particular thing before we get to, let's say, sending it to Mike so they can Mike with, his level of influence and title, and the company can actually make something happen, can make change happen. My pushback was, hey, look, if we're going for excellence, right, and we're doing that under the premise of excellent customer service, whether it be team members, actual customers that live in our apartment communities, or business partners, or even investors, is 5, because to me it sounds like a lot. 5 too many escalations before you actually get an action? Now that not everything gets to 5, it might get to 1 or 2 or 3 before you get a push for excellence. But my pushback, my message here today is anyone on the assembly line should be able to pull the Andon cord, whether it be peer to peer, subordinate to superior, or superior to subordinate, it doesn't matter. If you see a flaw in the system, you should be able to hold real time accountability, put your titles and your egos out the window or at bay, and let's work under the premise that we want to be an excellent organization. And if you're holding me accountable, it means you care about me first and foremost as a person, and you care about the organization leveling up and becoming excellent. I don't take criticism or slights about the way I'm doing something as an indictment of who I am as a person or my character, as long as said person is giving me criticism about process, system, discipline, or routine, or my behavior as it relates to those things. Meaning, if I'm falling short of excellence, then you better hold me accountable, because if you don't, it makes me think I don't care about you or you don't care about me. Right? So, my encouragement to every one of you today out there in the multifamily space and business in general is look, pull the Andon cord, work on your being fearless in a moment of truth, having courageous conversations about moving your company up to a level of excellence, not worrying about how uncomfortable it feels to have an uncomfortable conversation. That's it for today. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.